All right. Here, why do I still hear the music? All right, hold on one second. Let me stop this.
Technical.
Okay.
What happened? Are we gone again? We're here?
Here we go. We're back.
Hi.
Welcome, everyone, to June 2025 live stream.
Awesome.
We're live streaming after we recorded some reactions.
Some really great videos. I can't wait for these to air. Mainly because you're going to get annihilated.
That's not...
I'm
Okay.
just happy to be here, to be honest.
Before I forget,
Meetup?
4 days left to book a room for the meetup.
And
4 days.
get your Rotan hat.
Okay. DiveTalkMeetup.com. Come dive with us. People are always asking, like, how can I dive with you guys? Where can I go? Come to the meetup. We dive together for a whole week.
Really?
Not just that, but we have speakers. We have workshops where we're going to work with you and help you get better with your skills. So definitely come join us in Roatan the last week of July 2025.
Say it again. Where do they sign up again? I know you said
DiveTalkMeetup.com.
easy. DiveTalkMeetup.com. We have some spots left. Great food, great camaraderie, great diving. Try go session.
Yep.
For those of you that would like to try the rebreather in the pool, we're going to do that.
Definitely.
Pretty cool. I think it's great. I got this hat. I know you think it looks like the last one I used to show you guys for the Mexico, but this is Roatanian for sure.
That's not even a word. So let's talk about what's been going on with us since the last live stream.
Honestly, for me, it's been a heck of a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So we might as well let the cat out of the bag. Or for whatever you say. I'll just take my head off and show you. So you all see all that? Whoa. This is nice already now, by the way. This is already nice. So I had a giant hole, which I sent Gus a picture of while he was at dinner, drilled into my head.
Terrible.
So whatever knot tying skills I had, which you know I was a specialist in all the various knots, I've lost the ability to probably tie some of those. Why did I have a giant hole? And you saw the picture. Was it a hole?
I know.
There's a hole in my head. I've been prone over the years to skin cancer, but I never had the really bad kind until this melatonin. Then I just got diagnosed, and that was about 4 or 5 weeks ago. They diagnosed me, hey, you got to come in, immediate surgery. We got to cut that off the top of your head. And then when they cut it, you're doing what's called Mohs surgery, M-O-H-S surgery. They drill, literally, like cutting. They take the chunk of meat out, which is the cancer, send it to pathology that night, send you home with a hole in your head. They don't resew it because they don't know if the next day they got to go deeper. Right. In my case, first night, next morning they call me, your pathology is clear, we got it all. They sew you back up. As a matter of fact, tomorrow I get the stitches out. Oof. So, I'm not going to die.
Not yet.
So I'm gonna continue to annoy you for a long time, but I'm here. Thank goodness it's scary. It really was. It was really scary. But I'm here. It's good, and
you're good.
I'm totally
good job.
Cancer free, and I'm happy about that because it was scary.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yes, and thank you everyone also who knew about Woody's surgery and all of that and sending messages and good vibes.
Yeah. The melanoma, you can read about it. It's really critical. I grew up in South Florida, diving, out in the sun, never wearing sunscreen as a kid. It will hurt you. I now, like they told me at the meetup, here's how the doctor talks now. 0 sun for you. You understand the word 0. I'm like,
you go out at night
between
and that's
0 and 10? Like he
says some?
0, which means sunscreen. It's not that hard. Sunscreen or cover up, like long sleeve shirts, or wear absolutely minimum for me of 50. And there's a certain kind of sunscreen they gave me, and it happens to be reef safe.
Yeah.
So yeah, but man,
it's crazy.
Melanomas it's dangerous. Got to be careful. Sun is wicked. I
Absolutely.
knew suspicious it was going to be coming to me eventually, but I am ready to roll.
I hate the sun too, to be fair.
Just
but
cover
yeah,
up. It's not that hard to do.
I do want to say before I forget, thank you for the super chat,
Oh, thank you so
Mr. Shrooming Kit, I guess. And he's
Explain
asking
why.
why slow descents aren't always safe with involving inner ear DCS, or am I understanding this wrong? I'm not really sure if I understand the question.
I mean, I could
Why
chat
are
GPT
slow
it.
descents not safe
Why are slow descents?
or are not always safe?
I mean, you're a doctor. You should know, but
But I'm not sure if I understand the question. Explain why slow descents aren't always safe when involving inner ear DCS. I don't think I'm good enough to answer this one. By the way, I don't even know what slow descents is. I always just shoot down like a torpedo to the bottom. I'm not the best at taking it easy on the way down.
because you can clear very easily. I mean, the
True.
reason to go down slow is to make sure you're equalizing your airspaces.
Yeah.
So slow descents allow, more time for those pressure changes, but why would it not be good?
Yeah. And what Woody's saying is, and I've mentioned this before on the channel, is that I have this weird condition where I don't have to equalize. My ears just equalize by themselves. So I can go down as fast as I can, and I never have to do Valsalva or any of that. It just equalizes by itself, which is great. Wishing you the best, Woody. You guys are awesome. Glamorous Frog with a super chat of 2 pounds, which is about $300, I think.
Wow.
And the sterling pound to dollar exchange is crazy.
It says here, slow descents allow more time for pressure changes,
Yeah.
which can lead to issues like barotrauma in the inner ear if equalization is not managed properly.
Mm-hmm.
But that seems that it would be harder, that it would be easier to equalize, and
Right.
you would have a higher chance of equalizing properly if you go down slow. I'm not following this one, so I tried to answer it,
He stumped us.
but I really don't know. That would be good for like a real doctor, not a Gus doctor.
Well, that's okay.
The hat is Roatanian.
Yeah.
Are
Truck
you
driver
now
saying
Mexican? No, I'm
love
Roatanian.
the okay, that's not a word. Love the rebreather tri-dive. I'm hooked. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for trying to go.
Oh, isobaric counter diffusion. Yes, that is true. That's probably the reason of the.
Why are you talking like you know what that is?
Every time I hear it, I have to relook it up, but I know that person is right.
That's not okay. That's just made up word.
Oh my God.
ChatGPT invented that.
I don't want to screw it up, so I'm gonna be.
I will say that from my perspective, I recently got a tattoo, which is pretty cool. Finally. There it is. You can kind of see it. It's a cave diving arrow that looks like it's coming out of my veins. Shout out to Sebastian, who is the tattoo artist who made that, who's a diver and a fan of Dive Talk, and he was at the meetup last year. So thank you, Sebastian, for that. I really, really like it. I shouldn't be touching it probably. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. And the funny thing about the tattoo is that you are the most against tattoos person I've ever known.
Well,
like, what is it? Like, what is it about tattoos that you're so
saying
against?
Saying it wrong. I don't judge you for putting that ink in your arm, shooting ink inside your arm and having that on your arm. I don't judge you.
Okay.
You love it. You like it. That's great. Will I ever have a tattoo on me or allow my children to? No. But that's my own boundaries. I just don't want a permanent mark, shot into me like that. It's so permanent. It's so, that's arrow is staying on your arm forever. You want that arrow on your arm forever like that? For the rest of your life, no matter who you're talking to, you want that arrow on your arm.
That's the point of a tattoo, yes. It's like when you...
But I'm not against it. I'm not judging you for it.
When you make when you said I think I might be retired from cave diving because it's too much work
No,
and
I
all
am
this stuff.
retired from cave diving.
Okay, well I went the opposite way. I'm making a lifelong commitment
Okay.
to cave
I'm
diving.
retired from cave diving.
Yeah,
I mean, except for Jenny. I mean, anybody. I mean, nothing.
it's too easy. Shouldn't be even consider.
I mean, Little River with a DPV. No,
Yeah.
I'm retired from that.
I also tattooed my kids' initials in my arm. I have 3 kids. Those are their initials. That was actually the first one.
Westerberg counter
So you were
diffusion refers to the simultaneous diffusion of 2 or more substances through a medium under constant pressure. And in this process, Gus, substances move independently while maintaining their individual trajectories, influenced primarily by their concentration gradients rather than by pressure differentials. That's
Yeah.
why. That's why.
okay. None of that made sense. But
No,
you know what
Terry,
makes sense? You know what
Terry
makes
said
sense?
easy.
This company sent me a new watch. I just want to give them a shout out. North Edge.
What?
Thank you so much for this watch.
Did you read the email?
Did
Are
they
you sure
send me?
that my name wasn't on the envelope?
These guys, I'm telling you, I'm going to review them and I'm going to be serious because, you know, when people send me product, I take it seriously.
Because you get a lot of
These
it.
guys want to be the new leaders and take it super professional. So, like, here is the, well, you can read. Maybe I'm reading this wrong, but does that say?
Can't see it.
Hold on.
Can't see it.
Does that say official? Official channel? What is that? It's supposed to be official, I assume. Okay, well, when the warranty card says official instead of official, I have doubts. But nonetheless, thank you for this watch / computer. And I'm gonna try it
Yeah, awesome.
and see if it works. Let me pull it
By
out.
the way,
Hold
we
on,
got a
because
super chat while you're doing that.
haven't-
I
Oh,
got
yeah.
my first
Thank
nitrox
you, Bob.
dive
We talked highly of California on the last video,
in
by the
Love
way.
Not Needed, a
Bob from
O2
California.
analyzer with the online O2 analyzer you provided. Can't wait for the other courses to drop. Thank you so much. We have completed recording the advanced nitrox and decompression class.
Yeah.
I have asked Gus no less than 58 times to finish editing them so we can put them into the online class. How's the editing coming along on that?
Do you know this computer
How's
has
the
a
editing coming?
pedometer? A pedometer. So it measures
What? It measures your
pedo
pedo
files.
meter?
I guess. I don't know. Isn't that pedometers?
How's the editing?
Is that how
coming on the-
pedometers
How's
are?
the editing coming on the videos? You're not
I mean-
answering. Right? Have you edited even 1 second of them?
I have one more thing to do to finish.
Do you even know where they are?
One more thing and it's done. Which is starting. I have to start editing, but
I knew it. I'm the,
it's recorded. I mean, that's a
are
big
they somewhere still?
Okay, so here's the watch. I'm gonna put it on because I haven't done it. This is my Garmin. Look how big that thing is.
Well, that's your last
Compare.
Garmin, we should say.
This is my last
After your
Garmin.
review.
At least my last free one. I don't think they'll stop me from buying it.
That even may happen.
Okay, I'm gonna have to buy through proxy. Okay, Bob is saying, thank you for the super chat, Bob. We spoke highly of California on the last video, by the way. Bob, I think you're gonna be happy about that.
We did.
I got my first nitrox dive in. Love not needed an O2
I already read it,
analyzer
but
with
you
the
can
online
read it
O2
again.
analyzer you provided. Can't wait for the others courses to drop. Wait, what? He's being funny?
No, I'm just saying. He's saying he can't wait for the other courses to drop, which led me to ask you, how's it coming? Since we spent hours recording the advanced nitrox, that you haven't done one thing.
I know you were talking about like how I never pay attention or whatever. I wasn't listening. But here we go. That's what the watch feels. I mean, this thing is hefty, dude. What is this? It's called the Aqua. North Edge Aqua.
But how do you break into the
Mm-hmm.
market of inventing another scuba diving watch? Think about how hard that's got to be to break into that market. Why is that one that you're wearing going to become huge? Why?
There's a button that just beeps and nothing happens to
But
the
why
watch.
think about it. Why would you invent another dive computer that's a watch?
I don't know, but it came in Celsius and they lost me already. I'm going to go back to my Imperial World War winning Garmin watch. Here we go. Okay, let's see. We have been missing all the questions.
How did you two meet? Been trying to go back through old videos. At what at the time was a dive shop here in Atlanta called Sea Ventures, where I taught, and Gus took one of my classes. From there,
Yes.
we hit it off because he wanted to go really, really, really fast through his dive master. We ran. I was dive master instructor. We kept going. Then I was his KISS Spirit rebreather instructor. And then we just started talking about diving. Have you ever dealt with hostile people on dives? Nope.
Thank you for the super chat.
I
by the
never
way.
have. I never dealt with
The-
hostile people. Like, what do you mean? People that are swimming towards you to, like, hurt you?
Like
Is
a
that
James
hostile?
Bond movie. But I have dealt with negative people in dive
Negative.
boats, especially the people that are like almost fanatics, that are fanatics against rebreathers. They think rebreathers are death machines.
Really? They
whatever.
would tell you that?
Yeah, you're on boats and they're like, I would never dive on a
I've heard
rebreather.
that
Those are
before, yeah.
killing machines. Blah blah.
Yes,
So
yeah.
they're hostile is not the right word because it's not like they attacked me. Like
And you don't even have anywhere to
physically,
go with it,
but-
do you? When that starts, when
Yeah.
somebody's like, those absolutely are death machines, there's nowhere to go with the conversation. That's how
Right.
ignorant they are. So I don't even go. I just don't engage.
Yeah. So no.
What was your guys' weirdest dive? Weirdest things that happened on a dive?
Ooh, weirdest dive.
Weirdest. Let me think about it. Well, scariest, I mean, would be that time I had to rescue a 580-pound man underwater on his back like a turtle on a rebreather, sucked through all of his bailout, grabbed mine, and sucked through mine as I was bringing him up to the surface.
Right. Let's see.
I started when I was a kid with scuba diving.
I'm trying to think
actually,
what's the weirdest dive.
I started.
I
I
know
don't
what
mind
my
people who
weirdest
have
dive is.
knowledge and want to speak to it or ask questions about rebreathers that don't know about them.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. You know, hey, I've heard that they can be dangerous. Can you explain how they work? What is the risk factors? Like, that's great,
Yeah.
right? But just to say, oh, for sure, they're this or that, yeah, that's difficult to deal with.
Thank you for the other super chat. Did you guys start with snorkeling or did you go straight into diving? I mean, I think
went
everyone
straight
started snorkeling,
I don't,
but it wasn't like a stepping stone. It was just like you just snorkel. Like you put a snorkel in and you just go. But I didn't do
I
it.
think I started with
It wasn't like a
diving.
stepping stone. No, I don't think you should. I think snorkeling is harder than diving.
Do you ever get claustrophobic? I don't get that feeling of claustrophobia. I personally don't get it.
No.
I don't feel that, so no. And thanks. I do like the Roatanian look myself.
Yeah, and shout out to Thomas for tuning in. Circle H Scuba, great channel. Go check him out.
Definitely.
Thank you for tuning in.
He's great.
Do you think you should be able to buy certain dive equipment without qualification? Do you think you should be able to do it? That's a really good question. I mean,
Interesting, because we were kind of just talking about that on a video, and regulations and
yeah.
who should be. You don't have to, by the way, but probably. I think you should be. I think you should have to be certified to get a full scuba kit.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think we ought to be getting people out there that aren't certified.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, I mean, I think
most
with-
dive shops will not release their full scuba kit to students until they're certified. I think they keep them at the dive shops, from what I usually.
No,
and
I-
wait for the instructor to come in. And
I don't
will they
know,
ship
man,
that to
because
you?
because I feel like you can gift somebody a BCD, like a mom, and they're not certified. It's like, I want to gift my son a BCD.
Yeah.
He just graduated high school, and I want to give it to
yeah,
him.
yeah.
The shop will be like, yeah, take it. Which one do you want? You should buy the Scuba Pro one. It's really nice because it's
Especially
the
the
most
pink
expensive
one.
one. So yeah, but the industry as a whole, I think, polices this. Like, we don't send rebreathers to people that are not certified, for example. So like, we don't need the government to tell us not to do it. We just don't do it because it's not safe to be providing a machine that can kill you if you don't know how to use it properly to people that don't know how to use it.
Hi, Jendi. You automatically. You said I love. I stopped there and went to the end. Woody. I
Oh.
love. There's some words in the middle. Woody. So I don't know, but I love your name, Jendi. Jeyndi.
Says, I love your sense of humor. Love from Saudi Arabia. I think that's a Saudi flag.
I love Saudi.
No, that's not the Saudi flag. That's the What flag is that? If you have to give it a shot, I'm gonna say. What's the green one? One of the stands. I'm gonna say it's one of the stands.
There's like 500 stands.
I know, but that's
Okay,
pretty
so
close.
You took like the half the world.
Indonesia.
Love Indonesia. Love the dive in Indonesia.
Is that the flag from Indonesia or Pakistan? One of the two. I'm gonna go nail it to those two.
Pakistan or Indonesia?
Yes.
I don't know.
What flag is that? Tell us. No, that's not Turkey.
When are you both swimming with great whites?
Pakistan, bro. I told you.
Good job.
Pakistan.
Look how Effie knew, man. He knew. Effie, how's the store coming? Any new products? I think people are itching for new products.
I know.
Or, just make stuff up. You don't have to ask us. Just add some cool stuff. Now Effie's saying Zinda Bob.
No, he's not.
I don't know what he's talking about.
That's not even a country.
But please add more add some cool stuff. We barely make it. We're not saying it to do that. There's just all kinds of cool stuff that he could be plopping in there.
And
Effie lived somewhere for 4 years.
That's not true.
A country that I can't even say the name of.
Oh, that's a cool logo on the back.
How about Dive World Celeb?
My favorite thing about this watch.
I'm 25 and want to dive by 45. How long does it take for someone starting from absolute scratch? Like 3 days, 4 days.
I'm 25 and I want to dive by 45.
3 days, 3-day class.
You can dive by 25.
Go online, take an online class, 3 days. You'll do the confined water.
Mm-hmm.
Then some of the places that are right where the open water is, you can knock out the whole thing in 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And be certified, open water certified dive to 60 feet.
Somebody's asking where my Chapulin shirt is. It's upstairs somewhere. Love wearing that thing.
Did you show him that thing on your arm?
What? I already did.
Ink?
I already did. My tattoos. Yeah. Cool.
Are you done with tattoos, hopefully?
Probably not. Where do you store your Orca torch, your batteries for the Orca torch and heated undergarments on the X Deep?
I store them in my garage.
No, like, where do you, mount them when you're diving it? That's what I was asking.
Well, when I'm wearing the heated undergarments, I store the battery, on my front right hip side. Which one time, though, when I was cruising back from Roaring River, as you may recall, the moment my battery caught on, the little thing you had to go over. Do you remember this moment? So I'm diving. The battery is hanging on my right hip. Like I told you, I'm cool. Yeah. I just got done with Roaring River. Mike, everybody's ahead of me. They go right over this little thing perfectly.
Kink.
Like as if they weren't even. I go, kink.
That was hilarious.
I'm literally, kink, boom. Like an idiot. My battery, that battery
that was the
you're
best.
Talking about, hung me up there. I just hear Gus. Not worried that I'm upside down with my head in the water drowning and dying, but laughing his ass off.
It's awesome. Will Henderson is asking, how does the online Nitrox class work? Pretty easy. You go to divetalkacademy.com, buy the class, take the class, and if you pass the exams and the practical application, you get certified. Pretty straightforward. We're, by the way, not the first agency who does Nitrox virtually. Raid has been doing that for years. I think it got very popular with COVID, and then they've continued to do it. So
why not do it? Why not? Why wouldn't you? I mean, I don't understand any reason why you wouldn't. We do full practical application, full unbelievable online analyzer that really gives you all that you need to know.
Right.
And we've gotten great comments on that course, by the way. Great feedback. I think you'll enjoy it. You'll be able to dive Nitrox.
I'm a single dad. Financially, how much would you be looking to spend at the beginning on the beginning courses to be able to take a control dive? I mean, it really depends on the shop, like where you are. Taking a class in Hawaii is more expensive than Mexico, that kind of thing. So it's really hard. But the good news is that most shops, not all, but most shops will include the price, or the price of the class includes the rental gear. So you don't have to buy the gear. Now, they do give you incentives. Like if you buy it during the class, we'll give you X% off and whatever. They entice you to buy gear, but you don't have to. So it's typically a few $100s just to get certified.
What is my most memorable dive? Is a amazing question. I'm not going to give the answer that I usually did, the current dive that I'm on, because I'm sharing it with you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. If it's... There's been some doozies. It's hard to really pick. If it's cave diving, it's just hard not to say. It's really hard not to say when you set your eyes on the glass factory. You can't help but be blown away.
Yeah.
You just can't believe that happened. You can't believe that these natural formations of just incredible crystal happened. And it's not just the actual moment that you see the roses, it's all the other stuff along the way. And then going back, when you look over, I don't know why that one blew me away. When Brian has you like look over this ridge, that's the best way I can describe it, honestly. Just look inside this ridge, and it's at the end, so it's like a surprise.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. It's like they save it, and then you look in the ridge just after thinking it can't be any better, and there's like the finest soda straws everywhere as far as your eyes can see. Yeah, that's difficult.
Wow, this is a big...
To say that's not up there. But Indonesia also, but whoa. Look at
big
that
super
pink
chat.
Super chat.
Thank you from Not Just David.
Wow.
Hey, Woody and Gus. Great to see you, fellas. Hope it's all good. Left you a super chat message on one of your older videos as evidence of ancient life. Okay. Oh, bro. In underwater caves. Hope you find the message well. No, when I say this, I love you both. Both,
one
God
of your
bless.
older videos, evidence of ancient life in underwater caves.
Okay, that's
What?
not...
No.
Okay, well that's... We have reacted to those videos, and we've all determined there's no evidence. None. Of underwater cave ancient life in underwater caves. There's none. There's ancient life in caves, but underwater caves, no.
I'm not agreeing to that.
Okay, well, there was one, what is it, like that one in France where like you have to go on the water, but then it becomes a sump, like it's open, and then you see like hieroglyphics and whatever, like all those drawings of penguins and whatnot.
Yeah,
that was cool.
ancient life.
Wow, thank you, Rink, for giving people 20 memberships.
Oh.
All of you getting a membership, go check
so
out our
cool.
members only playlist. There's hours and hours and hours of content just for members. So,
By the way, guess what?
Celebrate.
We are coming up. Just so, if you guys look today, we are coming up on 400,000 subscribers.
I know, it's amazing.
We're getting close. Everybody, please spread the word. We're like right there, crossing 400,000 soon. That's a new world's record.
Absolutely. Thank you. And somebody said we should go on a lionfish hunt. So one of the things that we're planning to do for the Go divers is to have our, not secret, but like exclusive Go divers only trips. And lionfish killing will be one of them.
Oh, yeah. Perfect for that.
Because I want to see a boat with like 10, 15 of us going down there with Go rebreathers and helping the environment.
Well, next week, the end of next week, I will be in South Florida diving on my Go. I'm not going to say which boat or with who because it's not like an official thing, but I am psyched. And I'm going to bring with my new camera rig that Dive Volt gave me. I mean, now I'm professional. I have lights, tray, my videos are... I mean, this thing, you saw it. It is really cool what Dive Volt gave me.
Yep,
This thing is the
pretty
real
cool.
deal, and I'm just going to dive with it with my Dive Talk Go, probably Friday or Saturday in the warm waters of South Florida.
Nice.
So I can't wait. I really can't wait. And I'm pretty excited because I just finally get to put my head back in the water after having a hole drilled in it. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's
my
cool.
hole is sewed back up and healed.
One of the risks of doing live streams like this
You can definitely send me
is
hats,
that
Jen.
we could look stupid after they ask us a tough question. Like they stump us, we don't know how to answer. Like I don't know what this means. That's a made up word. Whatever. This is the opposite of that. Listen to this question. Would you dive in Antarctica if you were allowed?
Of course.
Yes.
I don't even have to think
That
about
is
it.
the easiest question
I wish.
ever. Tomorrow I would dive.
Amazing.
If I
That's
could.
gonna- we will. We will accomplish that.
Oh yeah, I want to dive in all
Jendi, I would
continents,
love
so.
to have a hat from you. How long does it take to get? Sort of, we already answered that. Quick. Yeah, the lionfish exclusive dive, honey, on the go is going to be so cool.
Yeah, divers react to evidence of ancient life.
Are we
underwater
setting a
caves,
record for the number of rebreathers on a single dive during the trip? This upcoming Roatan Dive Talk Go meetup.
We have over 30
could
people.
Be.
That's pretty
could
good.
Be. I remember that at Inner Space, when they used to have that in the Caymans, man, we would have like 50 or 100 rebreather divers. It was the whole meetup was only rebreather divers.
Yeah.
They only allowed rebreather divers at Inner Space.
The rarest fish, plant, or anything that's living that you've ever seen. So for me, you've seen mola molas and other stuff. But for me, the strangest ones are the things that we saw at Aerolito, which is a cenote in Mexico, where they have many species of animals and living things that are only present in that cenote. Like that hole, that's it. They don't come out of there. Some of them are unbelievable. You'll look like a sea star, and all of a sudden starts like walking sideways. And you're like, whoa, what is that thing? Yeah, those are cool. So Aerolito is number one. What's your worst experience diving? Worst experience diving? I don't know.
Worst? Well, what ends up happening sometimes on what I think is going to be the worst, like El Diablo, I can't stop thinking about the miserableness of El Diablo and what's messed up about the miserableness. Really, it's horrible to get there, to get in it, to get through it. It's all miserable, and I can't wait to go back.
Talking about the worst.
I know,
not the best.
I know, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like that thing, you're just miserable, and I can't wait to go back.
It's the best. Really,
it's torture.
The most horrible. I don't know. I would say there are some dives that have been kind of a bummer. You know, like you're super excited, and then you go, and it's like, eh. Especially when we go in like caves that look very promising, and you haul all the gear and all this stuff, and then you get to it, and you're like, oh, that doesn't go anywhere. Like that. Those are kind of a bummer, but they're not terrible or the worst experience.
Tough to say. I mean,
nasty quarters.
I've had to save somebody before. I would say that was definitely not great. I don't know how to answer that one.
Will the nitrox decompression have a check dive requirement? Yeah, you will have to work with an instructor for the decompression procedures class, because you have to go and do decompression dives as part of your class.
The decompression. Decompression, yes. Advanced nitrox deco class has a number of check dive, not just one, a number of skills. Yes, that one will.
Cave diving is scary. It's not. It's awesome. What do you think about the Sidewinder for deep dives? No problem. If you're willing to put that stuff on a boat and jump in. Ugh. Any advice on diving saltwater for the first time? Just use more weights. And rinse your gear after.
But how much more weight? You know, that's always an interesting question. Sometimes on the first dive, they may let you kind of do a little weight check right off the side of the boat. But some people say, and there's no one rule, that whatever weight you were using, assuming you're wearing the same type of wetsuit, about 50% more weight in the salt water in the Atlantic than you would in freshwater, assuming the same rig and the same wetsuit that you wore in freshwater.
Mexican guy saying that they approve your hat. I don't know why.
This one's Roatanian. I have a Mexican hat, but I love,
Okay. Let's see what else. Let's answer like two more questions.
The longest deco that I've had, I think, was when I was diving to like those 100-meter dives in the Caymans, and an hour plus. I think in that range.
Yeah, about an hour for me. I think 50 something minutes. I'm new here. How many log dives do you guys have? I only log cave dives now, but
I gotta catch up on my cave. I'm just gonna copy your cave diving log, and then because I'm behind on my cave diving log.
Yeah,
I shouldn't be, but I am. But
yeah.
Ooh, we had a super chat.
6 months ago, you posted this video. Unreal discovery made in a Mexican cave. My message was on the other video I mentioned. Okay. Yeah, we did post that video. They found some, basically the cast of Ice Age in bones inside of Mexican cave. I remember that video. It's pretty cool. When are you adding Go themed rash cards to the dive shop? We need to do that. F it.
FA.
Chop chop. Let's
Chop,
let's
chop.
get these.
He does all this for us. We didn't for free. Totally for free. Set up
By the
a
way,
whole dive shop.
Show them the rash card that I gave you, and you just toss to the side.
Where is that?
It's that blue one, the baby blue one.
Oh.
That's
I
a
mean,
Go themed rash card that I gave you.
You never gave it to me. That's the problem.
What are you talking? I gave you that.
Thank you. First time I'm seeing it.
Jesus. It was actually
Look at this. I never saw it.
months ago that I gave
And
you
it's
that.
probably going to help me for sunscreen. If it's not long sleeve, it'll never be on my body. But I'm sitting down now.
Yeah. If you ever decide to do dual rebreathers, what secondary rebreather would you consider, and what cave would you dive with them? It really depends on the mission and the dive. If I'm doing dual rebreathers where the Go could be one of them, the way Akim did it, that will be my choice. But if not, I would probably be a Sidewinder and a Sidekick. Look at that thing. That thing is sweet.
This thing is huge, by the way. Use it for
Okay, well, I'll dive it then.
extra large. It's extra large. So I'm bringing.
No, I actually think that's Doug's.
Gave me a pink one.
No, I think that's Doug's.
Yeah, this is my one. And in the back it says.
Yeah, I think that's for Doug. I don't know why I gave it to you.
That was pink, and I tore it on the first.
Sorry.
Gave me one, and if you recall, on the first try go, we did a diver supply. I tore it in the back. It's
Doug, that's yours.
I have a
Sorry about
hole in mine that you gave me.
Visit
Terry,
Pakistan
that hole
someday.
was your
I
fault.
would love
Blame
to
Hole
visit
was-
Pakistan. Can you name a mountain in Pakistan?
In Pakistan?
Very famous mountain. Just name one.
Oh, wait, I'm thinking. I mean,
All right, go ahead.
that's that tall, almost tallest one in the world. Yeah.
What's it
I can't
called?
remember the name. It's the almost tallest.
It's
one
a
in the
hard name. K2. K2.
Oh, K2 is there. That I knew that. I did. I should have known that.
K2 is in Pakistan. Let's see what else.
It sounds like he's in the other room because I had my mic.
See, like, people think we research our stuff, like, before the videos. We don't. We just know things. We're trained professionals. I didn't know I was going to be asked about Pakistan, and then you just spit out K2, just
Does
like
your
that.
arm still hurt from the ink
No.
poison?
Not anymore.
And how do they know how deep to shoot that ink poison? Did they just shoot it in and hope they went not too deep?
That ink poison.
No,
By
I'm
the
saying
way,
when they're shooting poisonous ink in your arm that stays forever, what if they
Yesterday-
go too far?
yesterday I went playing pickleball for the first time since I got the tattoo because they put you on a curfew. I know it will be hard for you that you can't do any exercise for 3 days. I know it would be devastating for you, I'm sure. But anyway, for 3 days I couldn't do anything.
Well, suspension from a BK chicken sandwich for 3 days, that would be hard.
But last night, finally, I could exercise. So I went and played 2.5 hours of pickleball. Best I've ever played.
No way.
Amazing. It's like the tattoo gave me
And
superpowers.
for some reason, you were winning and crushing everybody.
I know. I was crushing it yesterday. Against the newbies, of course.
Maybe
Not the good players.
I like that game we played in Saudi where you smash it against the glass wall. and
Yeah.
We remember we just kept playing.
That's funny.
Like
yeah.
we played for over 2 hours. Never played,
It's called paddle.
and we were outside and saw. That was so much fun.
Paddle was fun. I would love to play again. Let's see. What else do we have? Gotta use tattoo derm next time. Game changer. Yeah, I used that. They gave us that. They told me to keep it for 5 days. But like a day and a half, 2 days later, it started showing condensation under it. Maybe because
Under what?
under the it's called second skin. They put it on top of your tattoo to protect the tattoo. But it started showing condensation under. So I took a picture. I sent it to Sebastian, my artist. I'm like, "Do you think this is normal?" He's like, "Take that off immediately and wash it."
Are you done with this fat? Or are you gonna keep? You can just.
No, I'll
tat
probably get. I don't
up?
know.
You going sleeve?
I
You sleeving
probably.
it?
I mean, maybe
Sleeving.
full sleeve. I don't know. We'll see.
Sleeving.
We'll see,
So
man.
you just wear long sleeve shirts throughout your life?
It's painful. It hurts.
Really?
It sucks.
Like what? Like what does it feel like? Like just a general description. Like
I
what?
mean, I assume. I don't know. I assume. If I had to guess, I assume is worse than childbirth.
Wow. You're in pain. Like, oh my God, I'm holding on. That's terrible.
Yeah, by far worse. I don't think women, they totally overplay this.
Oh, that could get lucky. This is only 172 views. If that was on a video, we would go
What?
over 400 with hate. That was very bad what you just said.
Did I? I'm just saying.
It's
like,
not worse than childbirth. That's
it's-
one of the worst pains ever.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be, I think. Let's see. People are agreeing with me, I think. Look at all the comments. They agree with me.
399,292 subscribers. We are getting
pretty good.
close to 400.
Should we do this until we hit 400,000?
Well, if any of them heard your recent comment, we would be going backwards. I'd be seeing them 291, 290, 289.
All right, let's see. Why is everybody calling me Rust? I don't know. Where did that come from?
That Rusty is great.
All right, Emma says she gave birth to 3 kids. She agrees with me. The tattoos are worse. So thank you, Emma, for dropping that comment.
So she didn't say, she said, I've birthed 3 children. She
I
didn't
know.
say, I agree with you.
No, she's saying I know what you're talking about. It is
I've birthed
worse.
3 children, you more. Here's how I read it. I've birthed 3 children, you.
No.
And she's adding that. I'm adding that part.
No.
You
She's saying
and one
you-
of the words starts with mother. And you're wrong, is what she's saying.
She's saying, I agree with what you're saying, and I would know this because I gave birth to 3 kids.
Or she's saying, I gave birth to 3 beautiful children and brought holiness into the world, and you are claiming by bringing non-holiness to the world that your pain was worse than mine. She could be saying that, because I'm a rabbi now. You know I'm ordained.
Anyway, I'm
by
thinking...
the way, I was asked to do another wedding recently from a diver. I'm doing another one. Yeah.
No.
I just
Stop
got
it.
asked. Yeah. Not
You
in
said
the
no
water.
immediately,
No,
right?
not in the water, but I'm marrying them. I'm in big demand now. They heard.
Is it in Vegas? Can we go?
That's.
I
I do weddings.
See, look at this. I sleep during tattoos. Like, she goes unconscious. Is that bad? People go to sleep of the
2
pain.
things.
Nobody goes to sleep during childbirth because it's easier. I love it. I thank you for all of you who are posting and agreeing with me that it's way
Gus,
worse.
it's delusional.
Well, I think he's like joking. Like, oh, it's delusional. Like, it's cute, you know?
I sleep during tattoos.
Yeah.
Look at that. Melly's like, I don't know who Melly is, but no big deal. Just shoot another poison ink in me and I'm good.
Yeah. How often
Now-
do you guys practice lost line drills? Like every time we lose a line.
Now we need
practice.
to do. That is really valid. We ought to dedicate a cave dive to drills.
Mm-hmm.
We really should. We
I
should just
agree.
take. It'd be really.
I thought
fun,
you
actually.
retired.
I've retired. I may be coming out for that.
Coming out of
And if there's
retirement.
a DPV, I may come out of retirement. If there's a DPV around.
It doesn't count. With DPV, I thought
No,
you said.
that's not. I mean,
DPV cave diving is not cave diving.
I'm just saying I'm not going to retire from that.
Oh, okay.
But I do think we ought to do a cave dive that's nothing but drills. You lay the line, then I lay the line.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tow you. You got to tow me. Lost line drill, jumps, just practice. Lights out drill, that whole thing. We need to do that. Bailout, all that. It's time to do that.
Yeah, Pioneer
If I
Poly
come out of
collaboration to find gold in Vancouver. No, it's not coming soon, but Poly did reach out or asked. He said he would be open to it, but why would I want to go to Vancouver and freeze to find pebbles of potentially gold? Because we know everything Woody will find, he'll claim is gold, and it's
I
not,
found
and it's
it
just a
already
waste
once
of
in
money.
front of you. And I found it once already in front of you.
No, you did not. Okay. Yeah, we have to do another jousting
I
tournament.
really
That'll be good.
loved the jousting. The thing is, we started to get serious, man. We were like,
Die.
we're cursing on the rebreather. It was funny. We got to be careful, though, because I'm pretty sure I went for your propeller.
Yeah, I know. I almost end up without a DPV. All right, so let's
Couldn't
answer
help it.
one more question
You're
because
getting
we're
cocky.
approaching an hour now. And then let's make it a good one. Now that we have established that
So
tattoos
what
are
are
worse
you
than
done
childbirth.
with cave diving?
let's
And
make it-
also, did you ever get those transcripts from Dan? The Dan issue, we closed that. But am I done with cave diving? Define done and define cave diving. I mean, I'm craving ocean diving right now. I have retired from cave diving.
I'm
but
going to ask you a question. All right, I'm going to
probably-
ask you a question. Let's just pretend for now that you're done cave diving. You're retired. You're done.
I am.
All right, now I'm going to ask you a question.
I am. I feel like I am.
Do you want
Unless-
to do El Diablo tomorrow?
That yes.
That is
I don't know
the
why.
toughest
Yes,
cave
yes, yes.
ever.
Yes, I do.
I'm retired.
I do.
I will
because
go to the toughest one.
That one is just.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. I mean, that was just amazing. It was so hard. It was so disgusting.
All right, let's see.
Look at this.
Super chat from the Reclaimer. I'm a software engineer. I'm surprised he's awake because these guys work in like the middle of the night. Specifically a game engine programmer.
Wow.
I don't have the nerves for diving or of any kind, let alone cave diving. Yet your content is fascinating. It's like underwater problem solving. Love you all.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
thank you. And he's awake. He probably just woke up. If he works on the East Coast,
You know how hard that has to be to know.
it's 5 p.m.
Those
he just woke
games
up.
are so sophisticated, and you're like the Matrix.
Mhm.
That's what I picture. It's a guy with the Matrix scrolling.
What
in
was
front
the
of him.
last game you played?
Pac-Man? Have they progressed past it? Asteroids was also amazing. Is that similar?
Wow. Were you ever like addicted to a video game ever?
I don't know what the game ears and all that gaming and like I don't even know what they are, but how do you program that?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you got to write that it's like so incredible. I don't know how they write.
Leave a comment if you were addicted to a video game and what was it?
I was pinball.
Mine was
Pinball.
That's not even a video game. Mine was Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2 I was deep in.
I don't know. I don't even
And
know
Street
what it is.
Fighter 2. Those two. But Mortal Kombat 2 more than anything.
Mine was pinball during Pinball Wizard by Elton John.
By the way, a Mortal Kombat tattoo would be badass.
You're not done with that?
No.
But let's say you
Is that
got
a thing?
And I'm going to say this in a friendly way. I'm just wondering this question. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
it's time to go for a really nice professional job interview. Do you have to cover your arms up, or is that they don't care? They want to see your permanent cave diving arrow. Would you be like this during the interview?
Depends on what type of interview. Barista,
Like
you
a
have to have
very
it.
sophisticated, serious tech company
If I wanted to be a
Showing-
barista
like that.
at Starbucks, I don't have enough tattoos. And on that terrible disappointment,
That's absolutely true. As a matter of fact,
We're gonna end it.
If somebody that isn't sleeved from head to toe makes
Yeah.
my cappuccino, I just can't even drink it.
no,
It's terrible.
it doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't taste the same.
And I don't have one of those nose rings,
The nose rings coffee
which
makers.
is required if you want to be in the cashier.
The nose ring coffee makers at Starbucks is the best cappuccino you've ever had. I don't know what they put in it,
Absolutely.
what they add, what specials, ingredients or spices or drugs they add, but it's amazing.
Have you ever had a coffee from a Republican?
They don't know.
That's not a thing.
It's not. Well, they pushed the button. I mean,
Maybe they own the Starbucks, but I don't think they do coffee.
God, the nose ring ladies are. You're right.
Yeah,
It's
you have
way
to have
better.
a nose ring to be on the cashier. 100%. Especially one of those that is like open that has like two little spikes.
Yes.
Yeah, for
Full
sure.
sleeve.
All right. Not just David. I'm going to read this one and then we're going to end it. Before I came to faith, I had 2750 hours in Destiny 2, was a top-end player in a clan. Then I found truth through biblical archaeology. Are we talking about video game? I'm not sure.
Wow.
This is a
I don't even know
cult
what
or is a
Destiny-
video game? I don't know.
Destiny 2 is a group. It's a woman's band. I think.
That's right. Yeah. Destiny's Child 2. Yeah.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah. That's with
I forget. Beyonce.
Beyonce. Yeah. That's Destiny's 2 is what after Beyonce left, they started Destiny's 2. It wasn't as popular. So this guy apparently is a big fan of Beyonce.
I have
All right.
no idea what anybody is talking about with any modern topics whatsoever in general, unless now that part of my brain has been carved out.
Yeah.
So whatever I used to say, anything goes.
DiveTalkMeetup.com. Let's go. Row at 10. 1 week of diving. Last week of July. Come and join us. It's going to be awesome. And hopefully they don't take any more of your brain out.
There's nothing left to take out. 400,000. Please help us. We're so close.
We're right there.
We got 2 more.